Hai, Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. My name is Muhammad Hafiz Safizi bin Haris. I'm going to talk about introduction of our company, basic economic concept, basic economy problems and law of demand. Healthcare Sdn.Bhd is the company that founded in 2014 by Mr. Ahmad and his partner Mrs. Azika. Both of them able to initiate a plan and effectively use their skills to start a share partner company in the medicine and pharmacy industry sector, which is produce face mask, medicine and disinfectant liquid. There is our company logo and there is our company product, which is KF94 face mask. Basic economic concept. First is scarcity. Scarcity occurs as a result of finite resources and limitless human desire. Healthcare Sdn.Bhd that produce face masks, medication and disinfectant liquid in the long run, causing our company to face the problem of acquiring a new machine to produce product. Obtaining new machines is becoming increasingly difficult because most of them are from Russia, whose government imposed a high export and tax and a strict immigration process. Next is choice. Due to the shortage, the healthcare Sdn.Bhd industry must make a decision. The choice condition is one in which we must make a fair decision about two alternatives. Scarcity poses challenges to our company in producing more product because our capital has limited availability and capability. So healthcare Sdn.Bhd has chosen to produce face masks compared to disinfectant liquid for the time being, as our company cannot obtain the new machine from another country at the moment due to the scarcity. Last, for the basic economic concept is opportunity cost. Our company has already made the decision to manufacture face masks and has foregone the use of disinfectant liquid in the production process. Now, let's talk about basic economy problems. First is what to produce and how much. In terms of scarcity, if we produce more of one good, we can produce less of another. As a result, we should manufacture highly requested items such as face masks. Many customers will purchase face masks in bulk during condition movement control order or CMCO. Furthermore, in terms of how much we can make, our company will produce face masks at a rate of 100,000 box each month. We can make more face masks while using scarce resources more efficiently and wisely with no waste. Next is how to produce. Healthcare Sdn.Bhd employs capital-intensive rather than labor-intensive production method, emphasizing the use of equipment in the manufacturing process. Using machine is the most effective way to manufacture higher quality face masks than labor-intensive method. The machine has the potential to go overboard and make more product. The last thing for this topic is for whom to produce. The distribution of products depends on the income level and purchasing power in society. Target customer for healthcare Sdn.Bhd is all citizens in Malaysia. We do not focus on only several economic users because pandemic COVID-19 that has been suffering around the world. The government of Malaysia also released in order to requiring Malaysian citizens to wear face masks while leaving their house. Now, I will explain about law of demand. In the healthcare industry, as shown in the table and related demand curve, as the price of face masks decrease, the quantity request by our customer for face masks increase and vice versa.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Nazira binti Muhammad Nasir. When government declaring the CMCO, number of workers decrease gradually, and when panic buying occur, consumer demand exceed the product. We can produce small number of goods only. So we increase the price of face mask RM10 to RM20 per box. But buyer not satisfied, so them not buy the face mask, and this result the demand of face masks decreased from 500,000 boxes to 400,000 boxes. This situation result in a movement upward along the demand curve. News: government will declare a RMO, most buyer ready, and no more panic buying. Due to that, the price of a box of face mask decreased from RM20 to RM10 per box, and the demand for face masks increased from 400,000 boxes to 500,000 boxes, and will result in a movement downward along the demand curve. Many job industries closed and unable to operate. Most workers lost their job and their income will decrease. Automatically, they will spend their expenses better and buy affordable products like our face mask. Indirectly, this situation brings the shifting inward of the demand curve. Most consumers assume that the price of face masks will increase in the future because COVID-19 cases increasing. Due to this, the demand for face masks from consumers is increasing, and this situation will affect the shifting outward of the demand curve. In healthcare Sdn.Bhd, we tend to increase the value of a box of face masks to form sure our company financial gain increases. When total lockdown, all consumer movement have a limit, and they assume it is not worth to buy our product. Due to that, we originally sold 300,000 boxes of face masks at a price of RM30, then we reduced to RM20. We also reduced the quantity of supply from 300,000 boxes to 100,000 boxes. This phenomenon has influenced the movement downward along the supply curve. News: government will complete phase 2 RMO for next week. Taking advantage of this news, we increased the price of a box of face masks from RM20 to RM30 per box, and also the supply quantity from 100,000 boxes to 300,000 boxes. We predict that many consumers will choose our product, and with the availability of a large quantity supply and the increase in the price of face masks in the market, we will be able to get a lot of profit from buyers. Thus, this condition play a dominant role in influencing the movement upward along the supply curve. We have upgraded our company production and manufacturing factories by replacing old machine and equipment with better and more advanced technology. With the advancements of this technology, we can also improve the quality of our product to a high level. As a result, we will be able to maximize profit and avoid large losses, and indirectly, this will influence the supply curve to shift upward to a large extent. Not many sellers sell quality face masks, so the products that will be available are fewer. Consumers also do not have much choice, and they will choose our product since the face masks are very high quality and affordable price. Hence, this action will shift the supply curve inward. In this situation in Malaysia, the face mask is the best example because with this face mask, it can prevent people from being exposed to the COVID-19 virus. Hence, if our company increase the price of a box of face masks from RM10 to RM50, the quantity demand will be decreased, which is from 500,000 to 100,000 boxes. To prove it, based on the graph, we can accept the fact that face mask is a necessity good and it can form an inelastic demand in the ED.
Determinants of price elasticity of demand, nature of goods. Since the outbreak of COVID-19, mask has become one of the necessary goods, and the government has said that it is compulsory to wear it. Thus, the demand for masks has increased dramatically day by day, and even if the price changes, consumer will continue to buy it, and if we receive high demand, the demand curve will only decrease a little. Hence, this makes the demand is inelastic. Income elasticity of demand. Our product is categorized as one of the necessity goods, so when the income increase, our quantity demand is unchanged. Consumer will buy this good in the same amount regardless of the change in their income. In consequence, the consumer is less responsive towards the change. Cross elasticity of demand. Since we have a lot of substitutes, consumers would change their minds to buy another product from other substitutes if we increase our price. For example, Medicurve is one of our substitutes. If they decided to increase their price, the consumer has the right to choose other substitutes or even our product to buy. On the other hand, this will make our demand increase. Price elasticity of supply. If the price of mask rises during movement control order or MCO, our company will take advantage of the chance to supply more masks for our consumers, because as a supplier, we would like to make as much money as possible. Furthermore, because of our time frames is short, we use a machine to create our mask at a rate of 200,000 masks per box per day. As a result, our company will be responsive due to the change in price that results in an elastic supply curve. When the price per box of masks rises by a little amount from 25 to 30 ringgit, the number supply increases dramatically from 570,000 to 700,000 per box.
Determinants of price elasticity of supply. First, time frames. Since coronavirus disease COVID-19 has spread around the world, the demand for face masks is higher in the market. The production of our face mask is easy to produce since we have estimated to produce in a short period of time. And at the same time, we can increase the production of face masks. The buyer will buy a lot of face masks to keep as a stock, and face masks have become a necessity in these circumstances. Schedule of market demand and supply of face masks. When the demand curve intersects with the supply curve, the equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity are achieved. The diagram shows that the equilibrium price is 30 ringgit and the equilibrium quantity is 300,000 boxes. That is the stability point since the equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity are determined. There will be no tendency for both equilibrium price and quantity to change. Market equilibrium and price control. A condition existing at any price where the quantity demanded and quantity supplied are equal is known as market equilibrium. When we get a higher demand for our face mask, we are willing to produce more because as a producer, we are aiming for profit. Healthcare Sdn.Bhd succeeded to achieve the market equilibrium. The government might intervene in the market through price control to set the price, to protect the buyer from unfair prices, and to protect the seller from the uncertainty of production. There are two types of price control, which are maximum price, also known as price ceiling, and minimum price, known as price floor. Surplus and shortage. Healthcare Sdn.Bhd has set the price of face masks at 30 ringgit per boxes. If we set the price to 40 ringgit, our company will face a surplus when the quantity supplied is greater than the quantity demanded. The same goes for the shortage. If we set the price to 20 ringgit, our company will face a shortage when the quantity demanded is greater than the quantity supplied. In the conclusion, for we to maintain the price equilibrium, we decided the final decision is to offer 30 ringgit per boxes.
Hi, my name is Iman Zakri and I will be explaining about the government intervention in the market, which includes price ceiling, price flooring and indirect taxes. Price ceiling is imposed by the government to make sure the price of a certain product does not become prohibitively high. As we all know, face masks cannot be used repeatedly. With the global pandemic that is happening right now, there will be a high demand in face masks because it is mandatory to wear it outside and people need to buy new ones every time using it. This will make the price equilibrium to increase and can burden low-income groups. To make sure face masks are affordable for everyone, the government will set a ceiling price so that sellers cannot put a price that is higher than what is imposed. If you look at the graph, P2 is the highest price a seller can sell a face mask and cannot go any higher. Our company needs to follow this action by the government. If we fail or if we obey this legal action that is imposed, our company can be fined and taken legal action by the government and we will be at loss. Now, I will be explaining about indirect taxes. Indirect tax is imposed on producers or suppliers so that we can shift the burden of paying tax to others. When sellers receive tax, it is not profitable to pay all the taxes alone. Sellers can increase the price of a product to shift the burden of paying tax to consumers. This will increase the government's capital. The government has imposed a 33% tax on our product. If you look at the graph, supply curve 0 shifted towards the supply curve 1 because we had to set a high price and decrease production to avoid making low profits, which is from 30 ringgit and 40 ringgit. This will make the equilibrium point E0 move to a high price to E1. Burden tax calculation is a calculation to know how much producers and consumers pay taxes. This will also show how much tax is collected by the government. For consumers, we just need to minus the price of the tax with the price before tax. Meanwhile, for producers, we need to minus the price before tax and the cost price of the product. The amount accumulated and collected by the government is Rm2 million.